into our own communities and playing an active role in building them up and bringing people together. When we help our community, we help ourselves and our loved ones. So this is more than community service, this is self-service.
Wow, isn't that the truth? That's Sacramento State student Tia Rowe at the launch of College Corps. Students who participate in the program will receive funds in exchange for community service hours. And it comes at a time when Americans have more than $1 trillion of student loan debt. I spoke about this with California Chief Service Officer Josh Friday, who began with telling us more about that program.
It's a new program launched by Governor Newsom that's really saying to California students, if you're willing to serve your community, then we're going to help you pay for college. And we call it the California GI Bill, because if you are going to commit to a year of service while you're in school, then we're going to help you with $10,000 towards your education.
It's amazing. It sounds like a win-win-win on a lot of different levels. You get to serve the community, you get some money back, and you get to hopefully get through college on time. Tell us about the kind of work that these fellows do who apply for this program and get accepted.
Yeah, it is a win-win-win, and honestly, that's what we're seeing now. We're seeing the impact. It's a win for students because we're helping them graduate with less debt and on time because they could focus on graduating and staying in school. But they're also building really important professional skills and social skills while they're doing it. And it's a win for the community because they're doing incredibly important work. So these young people, these students, are focusing on three main areas. One is food insecurity, which we've seen skyrocket since the pandemic. Also, we're focusing as working as tutors and mentors in our low-income schools, really helping our students recover from COVID. And then they're also focused on the existential crisis of our time, which is climate change. And they're having an impact that we're seeing right now in supporting all of our communities throughout California.
That's going to make them feel really good, these people, these fellows who become part of this program. And it's an interesting time for people who are going to college. I mean, in California, the average student debt is something like $37,000. More Californians have student debt than most other states in the country. So just talk about, with inflation rising, too, I mean, give us a sense of the hardships that these students are facing and how far you think this program goes to help them.
Yeah, the hardships are real, which is why we launched this program. Governor Newsom recognizes that college is expensive, and we have to do more to give our young people the opportunity to graduate with less debt so they can pursue their own dreams and pursue their careers. So the $10,000 that we provide is significant. That's the amount that a Pell Grant student has to come up with by either taking out loans, and which means you go into debt, or by working. So when I was a Pell Grant student, I had to work at a golf course cleaning golf carts. I would have loved a program where I got to learn skills and as a tutor or a mentor or work at a food bank, doing something purposeful and meaningful. So our hope is that we're helping students and really the next generation of California leaders not just graduate with less debt and help them in their life and to start their career, but to give them a life of meaning and purpose and service that they can carry with them forever.
This is the first year, this is school year, that you've had this program. Talk about the impact that you're seeing already.
Yeah, well, we're seeing impact on students. First, we know that we're helping them graduate with less debt and earning money to help pay for school. But I've even had students that have said to me, even if they didn't receive any funding or any economic help, they would still do the program because they're building professional skills, they're building social networks, and they get to feel like they're creating real change in the world. They're seeing the joy and the happiness of serving their community. And then we're seeing the impact on our communities, where we are being able to help more people that are food insecure. We're able to help tackle climate change in our communities, and we're serving and through mentorship and through tutoring some of our kids that have the highest need. So we're already seeing the impact. And then we're also going to see the impact for generations to come, where we now have a whole generation of Californians that are going to now have a common experience with each other, where they're going to know what it's like to solve problems together and serve side by side people who may look very different than you, may come from a different place than you, may vote differently than you, but now they know what it means that they can actually tackle problems together, and that's going to be something that's going to be paying dividends for generations.
Hugely important. You're talking about the skills that create a community, and we need to see a lot more of that. You talked about people with food insecurity. There are also other kinds of people who are insecure in our community, and it is an estimated 75,000 undocumented students in California who aren't eligible for a lot of federal work programs, aren't eligible for other kinds of work programs. This year, you've made this program eligible and open to some of them if they meet these certain eligibility requirements. Tell us why it wasn't last year, and tell us why it is this year.
Well, this is the first year of the program. So this is the first year that this program is available to anyone. But one of the things that we're most proud of is that we have made College Corps available to our AB 540 eligible dreamers. And this is a population who, as you alluded to, has been often excluded from national service programs because they receive federal funding, or they're excluded from other opportunities. And Governor Newsom and California volunteers really believe that every Californian has something to contribute, every Californian has something of value to give back. And when we say every Californian, we mean that, which is why it was so important to include our dreamers in this program.
Yeah, it represents an expansion of the program from the first year of eligibility. Are there any other kinds of expansions that you anticipate for the program moving forward?
Well, Governor Newsom said that when he launched the program, he hopes that we eventually can go back to the legislature and continue to scale it, not just across the state and to many more campuses, but that ultimately we scale this program across the country. And we're excited by the results we're seeing so far, and we're going to keep going from there. Exciting
and promising prospect. Give us some of the resources for people to apply, because I know people are going to be curious after seeing this.
Yes, we are in our recruitment of our second year, so we want everyone who's interested in getting help paying for school and creating change in the world to go to cacollegecorps.com today, sign up, and make a difference.
Excited for the thousands of kids who are going to be able to avail themselves of this amazing opportunity. I love when you were talking about with community building. It's really important. Josh Friday, congratulations on the program, and thank you so much for being with us.
Really appreciate you having us. Thank you.